There are different ways you can go about filling in a KMAP. Some ways you might have that you're given an expression, f is a, b, c, d, and it's going to be midterms of 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and from there you can draw out your KMAP, and given those terms, you would fill in 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so that's one way we can go about giving an expression. Another way is maybe we have an f and it's a, b, c, d, and instead of midterms, we are given an expression. Maybe we're given something like ac or a bar b d or b bar d bar or a bar c or a bar b bar c d bar. Okay, so we're given a number of different terms. We might not know if this is the most reduced expression. We just know that is an expression we have. And we want to kind of verify, is that the smallest we can get? All right, so let's see if we can take this expression and fill it in to our KMAP. Okay, I'm going to highlight every color we do. Some of these are going to cover multiple boxes, and that's fine. We're just going to show where they get filled in, and then later we'll do some cleanup. All right, so let's start in blue. Let's look at this A and C. Okay, in this A and C, I know for starts that A is a 1 and C is a 0. Okay, so I'm going to look at A. I'm going to find out, looking for when A is a 1. And then I'm also going to look at C. I'm going to look at when C is a 1. Okay, so I have these items extended down, and where they intersect, that is where I want to put a 1. That is where those items would be located. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and clean up. I'm going to erase these markings. And that's how we find A, C. All right, so let's do A bar, B, and D. Let's do that in green. A bar, B, D. So that's a 0 for A, a 1 for B, and a 1 for D. Okay, so we're looking at A bar and B of 0 and 1. Okay, so that's 0 and 1. And then we're looking at where D is a 1. Okay, so we're going to cross. And where they intersect, that's where we have 1s. Okay, so that's how we fill in that term. Next term is purple. B bar, D bar. Okay, so that's B is a 0, D is a 0. All right, so B0, the inner and the outer columns. D is a 0, first and the last. So let's draw that out where they intersect. Okay, so we have the first column, we have 2 1s. Second column, we have a 1. And we already have a 1. We're going to just write another 1 for right now. We'll clean it up later, but we know that's where the purple term is being evaluated as. Okay, so let me just clean this up a little bit. Okay, now we'll go to our next term. Next term is red. It is A bar C. A bar is 0, C is a 1. So we're looking at A0. That's the first 2 items. And we're looking at C is a 1. Okay, so we have those 2 items. We'll draw it out where they intersect. Okay, so we have a couple of these 1s that are already used. But we'll just go ahead and put new 1s, and then let's erase this to clean it up. So that's the red term. Okay, so that's good so far. We have one last term. This one's orange. And on that one, that's A0, B0, C's a 1, D's a 0. So here, there's no groupings we have to do. Those are the exact items we need. So A and B are 0, C's a 1, D's a 0. Okay, so that covers that term. All right, so that's good. Now we have a lot of ones that are being put in. Let's just clean this up. The cleaning up is just going to be when we have multiple ones, we're just going to write it as a single one. Okay, so we have a 1, a 1, a 1, a 1, 1, a 1, 1, a 1, a 1, and then we have 2 ones on the top part. So that's how we can go about filling in these KMAPs. Now, the one thing you're going to have is when you have an expression, you're going to use that expression to fill in the KMAP. There will not be any don't cares. Don't cares can only come if you are given the numbers. Oh, these are the locations of don't cares. All right, so that's about how we go about going from a Boolean expression, taking that Boolean expression and filling in a KMAP.